Do this, Aaron.
You're welcome. Pleasure.
You know what I noticed about the Golden Globes the other day? You squinting into the prompter, you had a little De Niro face going on.
Oh, did I really?
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Yeah. Well,
There it is, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens when you get old.
Oh, is that? That's not what I meant.
No, it's true.
It's meant to be a compliment.
I guess I was trying to read what was on the... I guess I was just trying to not screw it up, you know.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Trying to screw it up. Yeah. So 2 years ago you filmed this movie. What was it like to go in there and see the CGI progress as, like, I'm sure as you're doing ADR, you're seeing the movie unfold before your eyes?
Yeah, and Stuart, the director and the writers, you know, emailing me and sending me stuff, and it's, boy, those guys put in a lot of work. They really do on a daily basis, and to see the evolution, it's extraordinary, you know, especially having filmed it and knowing that it was all green screen, and then hearing what Stuart's saying, okay, we're going to do this with the ceiling and do this with the gargoyles, and then to actually see it come to fruition is amazing. Those guys really put a lot of work into it.
When I was watching the movie, I noticed it's a very silent role for you. Like, you say you have very few lines. I don't know if you counted when you were going through the script or your agent did or something. There's not many. But I remember I had Gary Oldman on the show a few years ago when he did Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy, and he told me it's liberating to not have to communicate all the time with words. Did you feel that?
I love it. Absolutely love it. I would love not to say anything in a movie. Robert Redford just did a movie like that, didn't he? Of course, he was in the middle of the ocean on a boat.
Yeah.
That's tough. But yeah, it is. I think that writers, I know for sure, but directors as well, they don't trust their actors enough to communicate with their tool, which is their body and their eyes and their emotions. You know, it can do so much, and that you don't need all the words. You know, in fact, a lot of times the words get in the way. You know, there's great stories of Steve McQueen, you know, getting a script and going, nope, that's not going to, nope, and just going like this. And then you look at the movie, and we don't need any more words. He was a very laconic actor, you know. It depends on the role, obviously, you know, and what you're going for. But it is, what should I say? It's refreshing not to speak all the time.
Do you prepare for a role differently then? In that kind of, I mean, obviously the physical stuff with a movie like this, but
no, you just have to get in touch with the material, what it means to you.
What did this mean to you?
Well, I mean, rejected by his father, cast out, unwanted, unloved, ugly. You know, I felt that way. I think every kid seeing this movie feels that way or is going to feel that way. Or what's the purpose of my life? Why am I here? Am I important? Would anybody miss me if I were gone? You know, that's what this is dealing with. So that's, you know, that's what I concentrated and focused on, those questions, and try to put that into the character.
Did you look to De Niro or maybe not De Niro, but Boris Karloff more to like, are there scenes where you tried to not embody them, but like develop their character?
No, I'll tell you why. Because everything that he was doing came from Mary Shelley's. You got to go to the source. You know, you can't get from. You know, I never look at film actors or television or film unless it's a reality show or, you know, to get my gold. You know, you got to go to the source, and it's more effective. It's purer or more pure. So that's what I did.
So you said he's more of a victim though in that Mary Shelley book, but he's not a victim in this movie. So how do you separate that?
Well, I don't think he's a victim. I think
I think you said he's less of a victim.
When did I say in this?
On Ferguson or Leno or something like that.
I see. Well, I can't be responsible for
fair
what
enough.
I
I understand
said
that.
yesterday or even 5 minutes ago. I don't see he's a victim, and he certainly doesn't act like a victim. Yes, he wants revenge. I mean, he wants to kill his father, but he ends up burying his father, and he's conflicted and confused why he has feelings of love for his father and yet he hates his father. That's interesting stuff as an actor. I can't answer any questions about it, but because I don't know any, I don't have any answers. But it's fun to play.
Yeah, there's another quote that you said. Now I don't know how you can take this one, but I thought this was really interesting. The actor's job is to ground the story and make it real for the audience, and it's such a like otherworldly experience. How do you do that?
Yeah, you just do, you know, make it personal to you, you know, and if this isn't working for you and the script's not working for you, you have to substitute and just use actors' tools to make it real. But, you know, I feel like you have to treat every death like it's a death, and what does that mean to you? You have to give the audience, you have to tell the audience what it means to you. And if they see what the stakes are to you, then they're going to have a better experience in the theater. So I try to be. It's an actor's job to be as specific as possible, and to know what everything means. What does not, something little as, what this apartment. What does this mean? Everything. What does seeing a woman for the first time and kindness mean to him? How does that make him feel? And really getting specific with that, it gives the audience a better film.
I gotta let you go, so we do something called 5 questions. 5 quick questions, 1-word answers. Script or improv?
A good script.
Lennon or McCartney?
Lennon, I think, probably.
Stage or screen?
Both.
Hitchcock or Kubrick?
I think if I'm on a desert island, I'm going to say Kubrick.
Cool. In 1 word, I, Frankenstein.
Ride.